Hi guys, just coming in with another update video for you. We just had a teacher meeting, so I have some fresh information to share with you. Not a ton of updates this week. We're gonna pretty much continue on like we were last week, but there's just a few schedule things to let you know about. So in our teacher meeting, we talked about having a schedule for certain days that you can meet with certain subjects. So for social studies, it is Wednesday. So if you want to have social studies meetings on Wednesdays, then that is the day that we are allowed to do that. So it's certainly not, those Zoom meetings wouldn't be for content. So it wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to teach you about the Korean War on Wednesday. If I'm going to teach you content in a video, it'll be like this where I upload it or like a Screencastify. That way nobody misses it, because there are some people who can't always make the Zoom meetings, and if you can't make a Zoom meeting, it's not fair that you miss content. So Zoom meetings would basically be like office hours, so kind of like tutoring. So if you need help on an assignment or you're confused about one of the assignments I left you that week, Wednesday would be the day to let me know that you have questions. So we can set it up so that I'm seeing everybody on those days, and we can just go with our normal, second period would meet me at 9:40. Or we can kind of like do sign up based kind of thing. So I could give like 4 time slots, and you could sign up for a certain time slot that works best for you, and then it wouldn't necessarily be your whole class. So comment on this Google Classroom post and let me know which way you would rather do that. If you'd rather set it up by class, or if you'd rather set it up kind of in sections by appointment, because I don't think that everybody needs to get on if you don't have questions. Otherwise, it's just going to be too many people, and there's not going to be clear communication. That being said, if you sign up to meet with me during a certain time on Wednesday, you should probably take a look at all of your assignments before that Zoom meeting. So like look at Friday's assignment and see if you have questions before we have that meeting on Wednesday, so that you can come with your questions ready, and that way we're making the most of our time. We would also need to limit our time together, because I still have like emails to answer and I still have teacher meetings to go to. So they would probably only be like half-hour sections. Okay, and then for first period, we're meeting on Mondays at noon. So Mondays at noon, probably about a half-hour meeting. That's going to be our first period time, and we're sticking to that. Okay, so I went through all of your surveys last week, and some of the like main things I saw were that you guys did want it organized by week, not by topic. So instead of like Cold War and then Korean War and then Vietnam War, I'm just going to call it week 1 and then the dates. So like last week was 3:30 to 4:03, I think. So it says week 1, 3:30 to 4:03. And then this week is week 2, and it's 4:06 to 4:10. So I'm organizing just everything by week, because that's what you guys, I think it was like 90% of you wanted it organized by week. So if you were someone who wanted it organized by topic, sorry, you kind of lost out on that. The other thing that you guys suggested was going through each assignment with you and giving you what I want from you. So I made a Screencastify this morning using the weekly slideshow, and I just went through each slide and told you what I needed done for each assignment. So that is already posted on Google Classroom. So if that's something that you wanted, it's up, it's ready to go. You can look at it there. And then another thing that you guys wanted was like a video of me explaining the major topics for that week. So it's not made yet and it's not posted yet, but your assignment on Friday is just to watch a video of me kind of making connections between things, and we'll see how that goes. I'm a little nervous to do that because, just like in regular class, I kind of get overexcited and I'm worried that I'm going to jump around too much and be confusing. So we're going to try it out. You guys can give me feedback. Let me know if it was helpful, if it wasn't helpful, things I need to change, but that will be coming later in the week. My posting got a little weird this morning, and a bunch of assignments didn't get posted for certain classes, but everything is organized now, and I organized your week in the order that you should do it. So I put the Screencastify first, and then the weekly schedule slides. Then I put your daily question today. Then I put today's assignment, tomorrow's assignment, and the last assignment for the week. So I organized it like top to bottom, start here, go down. So if that's helpful for you, that's how I wanted to do that this week. That way I kind of kept the assignments more organized in the folder. So by week, and then assignments go in order. That might be it for updates right now. If you guys have any questions on like the Zoom schedule or anything like that, you can let me know. Like I said, I don't want you to feel pressured to join the Zoom every week. You definitely don't need to always be on the Zoom. It's super nice to see your guys' faces, but that's more for like what the first period Zoom is for. This is more like, I actually have a question. I need it answered. I'm going to join the Zoom today. So I know that you've been kind of requesting that we Zoom frequently. That's out of my hands. Miss Dixon made a schedule for the teachers, and we need to follow it so that you don't get overlapped. So you're not like having a science class and a social studies class at the same time. And I think that it'd be pretty overwhelming if you had to meet like social studies on social studies days, and you had to meet science, and you had to meet math, and you had to meet ELA, and you had to meet your electives. I don't want to have to Zoom every day, so I don't want you guys to have to Zoom every day either. So like I said, just if you feel like you need to ask a question and you feel like the easiest way for you to ask those questions is to like see me and hear me explain it, then please join the Zoom. But if you don't have questions and you're just wanting to chat, Zoom's not really a good way to chat. I think you guys have learned that by now, but it's really hard to hear people. Sometimes the more people that are on, the more overlapping we have of comments. So let's just try and Zoom if we have questions. Okay. I think that's it as far as updates go. I think that last week went really well. It seemed like you guys felt like it went okay too, based on your survey answers. I know there were like one or two of you that did feel overwhelmed by the amount of social studies work, but the majority of you said that you felt okay about it. And I do want to continue to challenge you, so I'm certainly not going to give you like, 2 assignments a week. That's not going to challenge you. But I might give you, like this week you have a web quest, and I give you 2 days to do it. Also keep in mind that some of you said that like some days were more overwhelming than others, and that's okay. But you can split up the assignment however you want. If you want to take 3 days to do one of the assignments, then take 3 days to do one of the assignments. There's not hard deadlines here. I would like for everything to be done on Friday because then I can put it into the gradebook as complete or incomplete. But that's just, my schedule is just a suggestion. You don't have to do things on the days that I say that you do. The other most popular question that I got was, can you turn things in late? And just like in my regular classroom, the answer is yes, you can. I'd rather you get stuff done than not get it done, so better late than never. But if you're noticing like it says incomplete in the gradebook and you've turned it in and it's been a couple days, go ahead and email me, because there's no clipboard like you guys normally would write on the clipboard. Just email me that you got something done so that I can go in and change it in the gradebook. Okay. The last thing that I'll talk about is the gradebook. If you get on Student View, which one, you need to check your email on Student View, because I send out the schedule that way too. So somebody asked that I email out the schedule. I have been emailing out the schedule. You need to check your Student View and make sure that you're keeping up. If you get on Student View and you look at your gradebook for social studies, and I know that Mrs. Westover and I set ours up the same way. So for social studies and ELA both, you are going to see either incomplete or complete. There's not going to be a score because you're not getting like hard grades right now. You're getting just a track basically. So you will see either incomplete or complete or missing. So if you did it, you answered all the questions, you met the expectations, I'll mark it as complete. If you did it, but you, like a lot of you only did either the vocab game or the vocab cards. So if you didn't do both activities, that's an incomplete. Or you watched like 30% of the ed puzzle, but not the whole ed puzzle. So that's marked incomplete. Okay, so that's what the incomplete is. And then missing means that you didn't participate in it at all. So make sure that you are looking at your gradebook. And if you turn something in late and it still says missing, make sure that you're reaching out, letting me know it's still your, just like with the clipboard, you still need to let me know that you got something done late, because I might miss it, because it's super hard for, this is like the biggest teacher struggle right now, is going back through everybody's Google Classroom and everybody's assignment over and over again to make sure that I got everybody who turned it in. Okay, so those are my updates this week. like I said, there will be a video before Friday posted of just like some content stuff for connecting Korean War and Cold War. Something that you might have missed about Cold War when you were going through the stuff last week is that Cold War is like a huge time span. It's from right after World War II until when Ronald Reagan is president. So big, huge time span, and it's not just like one thing happening between two countries. It's like a bunch of people are involved. There's a bunch of different little wars. We call it a Cold War with hot spots. So it's like a big war with no fighting. But then there's like little wars that happen. Like this week you're learning about the Korean War because that was the first one. So that would be a hot spot because there's actual fighting happening. Okay, I'll go into like way more detail in the video I make for Friday, but just as a blanket statement, I wanted to make sure that you understand that the Cold War isn't like World War II, where it's just like, oh, like this is just a war that's happening and people are just fighting. There's a lot more detail. So I'll definitely make some videos this week that cover content for you. Okay, if you guys have questions, leave them on the Google Classroom post for me, or you can email me and I'll totally be checking my email like I did last week. All right, guys, have a great week. Happy Monday. See you soon.